What's up guys? Today I'm showing you how to turn what's supposed to be a white room into an actual white room. We're in Photoshop and this is the final look that we're going for. For now though, let's get rid of all the adjustment layers and start from the beginning. So this is the original picture that I took. Let's say you're taking pictures of your bathroom because you're selling your apartment. More often than not, you'll find that the whites are kind of yellow, especially when shooting bathrooms. So what we need to start with is to find the perfect gray spot in order to reset the color balance. So if you look here on the right side of the screen, you see we have our background layer. To begin, we just make sure we have a new layer and we fill it with 50% gray. Go to the blending mode and go from normal all the way down to difference. This will make your picture look really bad. However, when we add another adjustment layer, and this time we're adding a threshold, it gets completely black. Don't worry, this is supposed to happen. If you look up here on your right side, you have this slider. And right now, everything in the picture is black. If you slide it all the way to the left, everything is white. The trick here is to find the first black spot when you're as far as possible to the left-hand side. So if we start to drag it back and go, whoops, that was too far, but now here, thresh level 4, and we zoom in, we can find a bunch of these small spots. Let's take this one, it looks good. We have our eyedropper tool and we hold shift and we click this little pixel right here. What these black pixels are representing are perfect gray spots in this picture. So now what we can do is we can turn off the threshold, we can turn off the gray layer and see that, okay, this probably is a great gray spot. Go down to your new adjustment layers and find your way to curves. Hit curve, and on your selection on the right hand side you make sure to hit the middle one, which is the gray point selection eyedropper tool. Hit the little marker you just made and boom, you see a big difference in your picture already. Let's zoom out again, and this is the picture now. This was the picture before. We can already see a huge difference, right? But we're not done quite yet. So this is a great start. What we need to do now is we need to open up our adjustments layer panel again, select selective color all the way in the bottom here, and we get this new menu up on the right hand side. Here we can choose between several different colors, and what we want to attack right now is the yellow section. So we select the yellows, and then we can control what colors in the yellows shall be affected. So if we go to the third option, which is also yellow, we can see that if we turn it to the right, we add yellows to the yellows, and if we turn it to the left, we take away yellows and add blues in the yellows. I know this sounds very complicated, however, it's not, and don't even worry about it. Just do as I show you and you'll be fine, I assure you. So if you take this one and you drag it to the left to a point where you find it good, I think somewhere around here looks pretty good, minus 57%. And you can also go down to the blacks and see what happens if we drag it just a tiny bit to the left, not too much though. Let's stop somewhere around here, 13%, that's good. So let's see what happens if we just play with this. You can already see a small difference anyway. Let's change from yellow to whites. And here we're doing the same thing. We're taking away the yellow from the whites. And here we need to be careful, because if we take it all the way to the left side, the picture gets blue and then it's ruined, but in another way. So the trick is to be kind of subtle. I think something like this looks pretty good, minus 19%. And while in the white tab, we don't need to change anything else in the white tab. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna go to our neutrals and do the same thing here. However, now we need to be super subtle, because look at what happens if we drag it all the way to the left. We're gonna stop somewhere around, I think we're gonna stop at -7%, like that. Okay, so what happens if we toggle this one? Huge difference, right? And if we compare it to where we started, this is where we started, and this is where we're at. Pretty huge difference, right? I just wanna continue with adding another curves layer. I wanna do a minimal S-curve, just like so. And yeah, I think that did a lot, especially if you look at the floor. Just bringing back some of those darks made the floor look way better. So what we do now is we group these 3 top layers together by selecting them all, hitting Ctrl G to group. So now we can just control all of these layers with one click. So this is, like you see, now all we see is the background. This is the beginning. This is with all the changes we made. Some of you guys might think that this is too much. What you can do then is to go to opacity and lower the opacity for it to not show up at all. Maybe you're fine with 45% of it. For me, this is a bit too yellow. Let's go up some more, 77. Maybe this is a little bit too blue. Somewhere around here. Yeah, let's do 66%. For me, this is great. So this is where we're at now, and this is where we begun. Huge difference, right? So guys, this is how simple it is to turn a room that's supposed to be white to actually be white and not have that yellow tint that you just saw. And we're back. So all of you guys know I normally shoot people, right? So I've made a similar video where I do some color adjustments on a shoot of a friend that I just did. So if you haven't checked that out already, make sure to go check it out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to just boom, give me a like, give me a comment, or subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Bye!